What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Click Pop Podcast. It's just me today. It was my fault. My schedule was all messed up, so Justin could no longer make it, but it's okay. We're going to have fun. I'm experienced. I've done this before. Got a lot to talk about in our continued pursuit of the truth. Tucker Carlson making some absolutely wild accusations about Barack Obama's sex life and drug use. Mitch McConnell froze up yet again. Something's going on upstairs, maybe not a lot. A tree fell on the DeSantis home while the DeSantises were at home during the hurricane. Apologies, by the way. I got new dog, so the other dogs are playing with the new dog. It's making noise. I don't know. It might be too much, but whatever. We're going to power through. And then Paris Jackson got a lot of flack for not wishing her father a happy birthday. Michael Jackson, even though he was a Jehovah's Witness, he didn't like it when people wished him a happy birthday. We're going to get to all of it. And this guy from The Bachelorette who may or may not have hoaxed his own death. So first, I want to start with this Tucker Carlson video, okay? Because he was on the Adam Carolla show either earlier today or yesterday. And during the interview, he just casually mentions how it's a fact. Puppies. He just casually mentions how it's a fact that Barack Obama had gay sex and smoked crack with a man named Larry Sinclair, and that the media didn't want to report on it because otherwise they'd lose access to the campaign. So let me play that video for you real quick.
Really clear that Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack. And a guy came forward, Larry Sinclair, and said, I'll sign an affidavit. And he did. I'll take a lie detector. And he did. I smoked crack with Barack Obama and had sex with him. Well,
here we go. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Government. You know, in 2008, it became really clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack. And a guy came forward, Larry Sinclair, and said, I'll sign an affidavit. And he did. I'll take a lie detector. And he did. I smoked crack with Barack Obama and had sex with him. Well, that was obviously true. Nobody reported it, not because they were squeamish about sex or drugs, but because the Obama campaign said anyone who reports on this gets no access to the Obama campaign. And so they didn't report on it. So that happens. That's just one small example, but that happens all the time with lots of different issues.
Okay, so like I had heard these rumors, Barack Obama riding around in a limo in Chicago with a man, you know, doing drugs, having sex with him. I didn't know that it had been accepted as something that was obviously true, although that recent revelation by one of Obama's college lovers that he had written her a letter where he said that in my mind, I have sex with men daily. Totally fine, by the way. Actually, in my opinion, I know I don't like the idea of like outing him or releasing a private letter, even if it's been 40 years, that contains, you know, personal revelations such as those. But it's kind of a progressive moment for this country, if you think about it. When have we ever had a president who has expressed any kind of homosexual fantasy or interest at all? And I know Obama didn't directly express it in this case, but we have the letter. You know, prior to this, the closest we had to a gay president was Lincoln. Everyone thinks that Lincoln was gay. So it's kind of an interesting thing. Again, I don't like how it was done. I don't think you should be putting out personal letters, even if it's from the president of the United States. There needs to be some kind of privacy. But that combined with this makes you think. But Tucker's larger point, and he even points, he goes on to state this, it doesn't matter about Barack Obama's sex life. He's gay or he's not gay. It's that the media didn't report on it because they would lose access to the campaign, and how the media needs the government and it needs the access in order to, you know, keep the ad dollars rolling in by publishing exclusive stories and whatnot. You know, I still don't know if I buy the story. But, just as an aside, Barack Obama smoking crack. I know he's admitted to cocaine use, but crack is a whole other level. They say once you smoke crack, it's like your mind changes and you always need it. You're always chasing that high. I mean, that's Hunter Biden's problem. Guy's always chasing that high and doing increasingly risky things in order to get the money for the drugs or just to get the thrill, just to feel alive. He's speeding, going 100 and something miles an hour in his Porsche, smoking crack, smiling. So I don't know if I believe Barack Obama smoked crack, but getting back to the larger point, yeah. And this is what Tucker's saying, why he kind of wanted to leave legacy media and go off and do his own thing, because you're so dependent on the campaigns or just the politicians in general for your, and in the entertainment news industry, it's the same way. A lot of outlets won't cover negative stories about actors or actresses or musicians because they'll be denied access. They won't be able to bring as much attention to their outlets. So they play the game. What are you going to do, though? I mean, that's just how it is. Yeah, there are different media out. You got podcasts, you got the internet. You're not so dependent on, I mean, Tucker's doing just fine on X. You're not so dependent on the campaigns giving you little dribbles of access, but it's just the way it is, the way it's always been. Again, shocking how matter of fact he refers to this story, though. I looked into it a little bit. This guy, Larry Sinclair, who supposedly was the one that he was sleeping with, wrote a book. It's called Barack Obama and Larry Sinclair, Cocaine, Sex, Lies, and Murder, with a big question mark, like it's the Joker. It claimed it on November 6th and 7th, 1999. He got coke for President Obama, and then Obama was driving around smoking crack while being filleted. Could have been possible, and that's his prerogative. That's his prerogative. If he wants to smoke crack and have a guy, fillet him, then fine. Whatever. It's just like the rumors have been around for years. And I don't know. I don't know if it changes anything. He already went through a successful presidency. He served 2 terms. I mean, successful is subjective, obviously, but it wasn't a total disaster, right? I think we can at least be fair here. So look, I guess my point is, big deal. Had gay sex, smoked crack, still managed to run the country for 8 years. I'm not saying everyone should do that. I wouldn't trust Hunter, but for Barack, it was not. He was able to pull it together and not only win a campaign, but win a campaign twice and run the country. So whatever. Moving on. I'll do this story because it's quick.
Off stage and I'm very sweaty. So today is my dad's birthday.
Paris Jackson. So Michael Jackson's birthday yesterday. And what is going on with the internet? People are sending her death threats. Watch this. Because she didn't wish Michael Jackson a happy birthday, which, by the way, you have one group of people who are getting mad at this comedian, Amy Sedaris, for wishing Michael Jackson a happy birthday, saying, oh, let's not celebrate him. Then you got people that are mad at Paris Jackson. They're probably the same people. They just live to complain on the internet.
And back when he was alive, he used to hate anybody acknowledging his birthday, wishing him a happy birthday, celebrating it, nothing like that. He actually didn't want us to even know when his birthday was because he didn't want us to throw a party or anything like that.
Because he's a Jehovah's Witness and they don't celebrate holidays like that.
That being said, social media is apparently how people express their love and affection these days. And if you don't wish someone a happy birthday via social media, it apparently means that you don't love them, you don't care about them. There have been times where I don't post anything for my dad's birthday, and people lose their fucking minds. They tell me to kill myself, and they're basically measuring my love for my own father based.
That's shocking. You know what's shocking about that? Did everyone forget that she tried to unalive herself? I'll use the more sensitive current term. She tried to unalive herself about 10 years ago. And then you're going to send her threats for not wishing happy birthday. She's totally right, by the way. This like tyranny of the social media acknowledgement you have to give for everybody. Oh, you didn't wish me happy birthday on Facebook or on Instagram or like here, like who cares? You know, people are doing stuff in their real lives. Maybe she acknowledged it with a quiet prayer. Maybe she called Jermaine Jackson and said, hey, I just want to say happy, you know, it's my dad, your brother's birthday. Let's talk. Let's share some memory. Like there is a whole life that goes on offline. So for these quacks who are sending death threats and getting so upset as if you're personally invested just because you're a fan of the guy, just calm down. Really calm down. Too many crazies out there.
Off of what I post on Instagram. So I made you guys a little video, and I hope you enjoy it. That we've had with Bad Flower and Incubus. It's also my dad's birthday. And he would have been 65 years old today. And he put 50 years of blood, sweat, and tears, and love and passion into doing what he did so that I could stand up here on stage in front of you and scream into a microphone. So I owe everything to him. And I'd also like to take a second to introduce my other family, which is these guys up here on stage with me. Now, if you are an MJ superfan and you want to do something that he would have loved, which is not celebrate his birthday, my suggestion would be, you know, there's always ways to get involved with raising awareness for climate change, doing stuff for the environment.
All right. So, you know, there she comes in, just trying to do a good thing, whatever. Another way to celebrate it would be not wishing his daughter dead. I'm sure if Michael were alive, that's not something he would want you to do. Even if she purposely didn't wish him a happy birthday, I still highly doubt he would want you to ask his daughter to take her own life. So this guy on The Bachelorette, not The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Josh Sider, everyone heard that he died yesterday. No, the day before we heard that he had died, and, you know, he had been fighting depression and posted about it recently. So it was very sad. Then the next day it comes out he's not actually dead. His Instagram was hacked. For some reason, he couldn't communicate the message to everybody that he was alive. But I personally said, hey, wait a second. This just happened to Little Tay, the influencer. And the messages were very similar. Oh, it was with a very heavy heart. We announced a tragic, unexpected, sad passing of Little Tay or of Josh Sider. I thought, well, maybe there's a group of people out there hacking celebrities, low-level celebrities, but celebrities nonetheless, and trying to extort them or who knows what, faking their deaths. In both cases, there was not a good in Little Tay's case, there still has not been a good excuse of why it took so long to tell the rest of the world that she was alive. Instagram is not the only way to communicate. In fact, it's not the way most people use to communicate with the world, celebrity or otherwise. So it was weird. But then with this guy, I thought, okay, well, maybe he got hit by the same people. However, a lot of commenters on the Click Pop TikTok say, oh, no, this guy, he loves attention. He probably did this. His own ex-girlfriend came out and accused him of doing this. And TMZ did an interview with him today, which we're about to watch, where he like kind of half-ass explains why the hell it took so long to tell everyone you were still alive. So now I personally have gone from thinking he and Little Tay are victims of the same scheme to thinking, theorizing in my, that he saw that and thought, that's a good idea. That's a way to get attention. No one had been talking about Little Tay for years. All of a sudden she was big, at least for a few days. No one's talking about Josh Sider. So boom, simple. Put the Little Tay death announcement through ChatGPT, switch it up a little bit, change the words, put it out there, claim my Instagram was hacked, everybody's hacked, and get a little attention. But his story seems to be falling apart. Let's watch this interview.
Say that you got hacked here. Have you gotten to the bottom of any of this? How that happened? Why you were locked out?
No, I haven't. I don't have an official team. I'm just a lowly mental health advocate. So I don't have like a official PR team or team of experts that know how to handle this kind of a thing. And I'm not technologically savvy. So I haven't really gotten any answers. I was locked out of my account for about 18 hours. And I wasn't able to get access. And then yesterday I was, and as soon as I was able to get in and take back control of the account.
If somebody said that to me, if this happened to me and somebody had hacked into my account and said I was dead, and then everybody starts writing the story, it's surprising that in some way that it wasn't cleared up by you or your family for 18 full hours that these stories were out there. And even though you couldn't get into the Instagram account, we had other ways to get the story out.
Yeah, again, I just go back to
like literally any other way. Twitter, or let's say, like Twitter is not owned by the same. Okay, let's say you can't do Facebook either because Facebook owns Instagram. Maybe they hack the whole thing. Twitter, TikTok, cell phone, TMZ tip line, just going outside, YouTube, many other ways, many such cases. You can get the word out there if you want to. I did say in my first video that I kind of understand it's a chance to see what people will say about you when you die, how your obituary is written, what the reception is, get a little outpouring of love. So I understand, hey, let's let it ride for a little bit. If you were truly hacked, let's just wait and see. Just wait till tomorrow. Let's see what people say. Let's see who actually cares. Maybe you can weed out some of your real friends or figure out how some, these people feel about you. You want to talk about acknowledgement on social media. See how it goes when you fake your death. All right, let's continue.
My earlier point that I'm not a celebrity, at least in my mind. I'm not.
Well, that's true.
Famous. I don't have a team that puts out statements or, knows how to do stuff like that.
Dude, what are you, an idiot? You don't need a team to put out a text. Did they steal your phone too? Just text somebody. I am alive. I am reading that I am dead. I am, in fact, alive.
I was at home. I wasn't able to get into my account. I was working desperately and dealing with 1,000 things, people messaging me, people calling me.
I would imagine that there are people who are shocked, who we called you.
Okay, I want to hear that because I was going to say, tell one of those people. How about you pick up the phone? You're dealing with 1,000 things of people assuming you died. Very simple way to resolve all this. Hello, I am alive. This is Josh Sider. Yes, the living Josh Sider. I'm starting to get pissed off at this guy.
I would imagine that there are people who are shocked, who we called you. We called. I know that we called you. Your phone sounded like it was off, that it went straight to voicemail. And we left a message. And then, but just aside from the media trying to reach you, but I'm sure that you had loved ones who were reaching out to you. What was Monday like for you?
Monday was a lot of long conversations with close family members, talking to people that are friends that also help me with stuff. if I need assistance trying to get their expertise as well as with a family member who's kind of well versed in computers.
What's with the expertise? Computers. It's called a cell phone. You pick it up. How old is he? He's 38 years old. He's computer literate. Long conversations. How long does it take for someone to hear your voice and say, oh, he's alive? This is the most poorly thought out death hoax in years. I don't even remember. Who's the last person to like hoax their death and then it turns out they were alive? Well, didn't Olivia Newton-John's husband hoax his death and then they saw him, somebody spotted him fishing in Mexico or something? He actually did a good job. This guy's awful.
And tech and all of that to try to get to the bottom of it. So my priority was getting back into my Instagram account, which I didn't know when that would happen, but working on that is my number one priority. And then dealing with the stress of it all, it was just overwhelming. And I know there's a lot of people that are Monday morning quarterbacking on what I should have done, how they would have handled it, but I don't think anyone knows how they would have handled something like that until it happens to them.
And look, I'm not trying to dog you on this.
There's one way to handle it, Josh. You can, okay, the most important thing. Hey, everyone, I'm alive. I can't comment further right now. I'm trying to figure something out. My Instagram got hacked. So you just put the statement out and then you go and you fix the Instagram. You're doing this in reverse. You're doing it stupid way. Oh, I can't tell everyone I'm alive until I figure out, I get a computer expert to figure out why my Instagram is hacked. I only know how to communicate to my Instagram.
It's just the puzzling part for us. You know, I'll kind of let you in on our process here because I know we had left and we had called you. And you eventually called back yesterday.
Yeah.
But we had also called some family members because we wanted to, you know, confirm what we had seen. And they would not tell us that. And we were basically saying, look, there's a post saying he's dead. And they said, we're not going to comment on it, which was weird to us.
Or just hung up.
Right. Because it would be so easy for them to say, no, we talked to him. He's alive. It was a hacked account or something like that.
Again, my family's fractured, so we're estranged. There's a lot of family dynamics and balkanization going on within the nuclear and extended family in my house, so I'm not sure.
Maybe some of them were wishing that it was true.
Who you tried contacting, but just because you guys called them doesn't mean that they were going to answer it. So I make no apologies for it. I know I'm going to have haters and detractors that don't like how I handled it.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. I guess I could have, you know, done something besides getting on Instagram to try to prove that I was alive, but I haven't had experience with this and I did the best I could. And I'm sorry for everyone that was hurt by this person. I'm a victim. And
nobody was hurt, first of all. And by this person, he's starting to sound like O.J. Simpson. I'm looking for the real hackers. I'm sorry for whoever was hurt by the real hackers, but we're going to find them. I will not give up the search. I make no apologies for the way I handled it. What a jackass.
And they're victims also. And it's sad that there was tributes going up. But I'm not to blame for that. I'm a victim too. So that's what I would say.
He is like the white Jussie Smollett. I'm a victim too. This story is falling apart faster than Jussie Smollett's story. Jussie Smollett's story was more believable than Bachelorette Josh Sider. It's a good thing he didn't get the authorities involved because then he'd probably be facing charges. This is just a little bit of a lark. But man, this guy has me pissed off. This dumb excuse. Don't like give an interview like that with these brain dead answers. I couldn't figure it out. I'm sorry I did this the way I handled it. You don't know how you would handle it until you're in that situation. An ass. Josh Hole. Okay. Keeping it moving. Mitch McConnell froze up. This guy's a creep. He's got to get out of Congress. He's just got to go. Watch this. Second time, First time was like a month ago.
What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
That's
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026? All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Penny.
okay.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
What are my thoughts about what? What are my thoughts about what?
Running for re-election in 2026.
Oh.
That's
You don't know how close we are to the end. It's all going to be over for you people very soon. Oh, clearly he's having an issue. Somebody online was saying it looks like epilepsy, not a stroke, because he is able to like return right back to what he's doing. But there's something wrong. I'm proposing this. What we do is he and Dianne Feinstein of California both agree to step down at the same time. Then their governors can appoint, a Republican in Kentucky, a Democrat here in California, and then, nothing really changes. And you get rid of these two people. I mean, Dianne Feinstein is in a conservatorship. Her daughter is running her finances, and she's got a little man next to her whispering, vote yes, when she goes up to vote. It's a total farce that she's still in office. And then this guy can't do a press conference anymore without freezing up. Now, the last time it happened, I thought he was having a Shining moment. Everyone remembers The Shining, 1980, Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall. Watch this. Danny. Maybe he was thinking, Senator, come play with us, Mitch. Come play with us, Mitch. We're going to be together forever and ever and ever. Are you all seeing those two little twins there? All right, that's funny stuff. Come on. That is funny. But this time now, there's clearly something wrong with him. First time I thought, all right, he's just got lost. He got lost in thought. Sometimes you freeze up. But clearly something is wrong. He's got to go. We can't have people into their 80s running things unless they're the president. Then it's okay. But Mitch McConnell is clearly, thank God he's not in charge of the button or something. He could time out and then just be like, oh, like put his finger down by accident. Oh, whoops. Just started a war. Okay. Ask me about my re-election. Okay. That's it. That's right. Gotta go. Gotta go. Last couple things here. An oak tree fell on the DeSantis home in Tallahassee, part of the big Hurricane Idalia. Why didn't they name Hurricane Hillary the one that went to Florida? That would have been so much better PR. I was trying to figure out why it wasn't like a Hurricane Hillary wasn't memed more. That was here in Southern California last week. Did practically nothing in Los Angeles. The deserts got hit a little bit harder. It was tougher in the desert, San Bernardino and whatnot. But I was trying to figure out why is Hurricane Hillary Clinton, it's good, but it's just like it was already hitting liberal California. So I guess no one cared. But if Hurricane Hillary had been the one in Florida, that would have been something. That would have been funny. But no, they got Hurricane Idalia, which is a name I've never even heard before ever in my life. And a 100-year-old oak tree hit the DeSantis home while the wife and one of the daughters was inside. DeSantis responded with a pained smile.
Not let you down.
Is that on my home? Did that tree fall on my home? Everyone's okay, though, so it's all right to make fun of it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oliver Anthony, the guy who does Richmond, north of Richmond, he actually wound up on the Joe Rogan Experience today, but yesterday it looks like he was brought out at the Comedy Mothership. That's Joe Rogan's club in Austin. So they're on the Oliver Anthony train. I'm still trying to figure this guy out. I don't know. Is he an industry plant? Is he a legitimate grassroots operation? He's just a guy making music who got swept up and tried to use by different forces. I'm still not clear, but people seem to like him. So here we go. It's a big reception. I hope he's figuring out how to monetize this. Truly. All right, everybody. That's it for the Click Pop podcast. We'll be back again tomorrow live with Justin, and we'll just keep talking about UFOs and weird stuff and conspiracies and all the things that make you fans of this platform. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification bell so you'll know when we are live, and then go to clickpop.substack.com, subscribe there. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at clickpop2, and on TikTok, especially on TikTok, at clickpop0. Thank you very much. See you on the next show.